Well, hello YouTube. It is Sunday. We're supposed to be relaxing today. Get this out of the way. But guess what? I got to turn all of that into two of those, the benches. That's how well I like these benches from EAA. I am going to, I'm in the shop today, not working on the plane, but I'm getting two more benches built and everything for the space next door, so I can put some of the power tools onto that, some of the bench tools on that, so I'm not having to take them down, up, and all that stuff. So I will make sure that I put the links to these benches and also all the parts that I use in with the description of today's episode. But we're gonna turn all of that in, like I said, to that, and with the power of video, you're going to see the end result. It's a great, I will tell you, these benches are incredible. They're easy to make. The plans are very well defined. I think in all of it, you got 14 2x4s and then 3/4 inch plywood and a 1/2 inch piece of plywood ripped right down the center and 2 inches. I mean, they're just super easy to build. And if you need a bench for your shop, I highly recommend these things. I mean, they're beast. They're a beast. They're, you know, I'm a big dude, and I can tell you, I can stand on them. I have stood on them. I have stood on them, no issues, no give, no nothing. I've banged on them. I've dimpled on them, you know, hard press on them. I mean, they're just incredible tools. I view my benches as probably one of the best tools in the shop. They make my life easier, especially with the rollers that you see down there. And I'll also include a link to those where you can purchase those on my favorite store, Amazon. So with that, I'd like to say the plane ain't gonna build itself, but you know what? These benches aren't gonna build themselves today. So we're gonna get that, and through the power of video, you guys will we'll see the final result, and I will make sure that I include the steps so to build them. All right, there you go, YouTube. About 30 minutes, about 30 minutes cutting. Got all the pieces cut according to the cut schedule, and I'll include that in the video here and stuff. So I got all my pieces cut, laid out. I will tell you, chop saw. If you're gonna get a chop saw, get a chop saw. This thing is awesome. This flex bolt is a DeWalt, and it is cordless. Now I do have power here at the shop, but it's really nice to have that functionality of having a cordless chop saw. That thing just rips through this wood. It's just incredible. So there you go. All the pieces have been cut, and now we're gonna go to assembly. And what I do, typically you're supposed to put this together with screws, which is the best thing. But I am going to sub-assembly it with finish nails to get everything in place, mocked up, and then I will countersink or pilot hole and then countersink the screws. So here we go. All right, YouTube, I want to show you guys something. I will tell you, it took me longer to get the video set up than it did to actually do this. So what I've done is I am all about production. So what I've done, so this is the very last one. Now granted, I have a nail gun. So all you have to do is line up this guy there at the bottom. Take a 2x4, because this is a 2x4. Use your existing ones that you've already done. Put this in there, because the whole idea with this is it's a 2x4 width. That's what gives it its strength. Every 2x4 rests on every other 2x4. And then all you have to do is take that 2x4, put it in there like that, and then shoot it down. There you go. Literally 5 minutes is all it took me to nail up all of these legs. So the legs are done, and we'll get them countersunk, pilot hole countersunk, and get some screws in them. All right, YouTube, there you go. There is the frame for bench number 1. And there is the frame for bench number 2. That is done. I will have to tell you, it is hot here in the shop today. Normally I keep the door closed, but because I've got my trailer open and people driving by and Got some nice tools out there. I had to leave it open. But man, I am burning up. So now all we have to do is put the bottom shelf and then the top shelf on, and then we will be done. And then I will order the rollers from eBay or from Amazon tomorrow or tonight and everything. But there you go. And I don't even know how many hours it's been since. I kind of lost track of time. Probably a small case of heat stroke. I've been drinking lots of tea, lots of water, lots of a lot of fluids, because it is, I can't tell you, it is warm in the shop today. Hey YouTube, I wanted to show you what I did differently. These are my old benches, and one thing that I said I was gonna do is countersink the screws. And if you can see where those are cracked, and those actually cracked from day one. So what I did is on here, on the new benches, everything is countersunk, and I use the countersinking bit like this. Let me grab one here if I can find one. This is a little bit bigger, but I got one of these at one of the box stores, and this is what I used. And look, it didn't crack at all, and everything is countersunk. So that's really nice. Don't go too deep, obviously. But that was one of the things I wanted to show you that I did differently on these benches versus the other benches. As you can see, those are all cracked. I mean, they're perfectly fine because the actual load is taken across. That's what's really nice about the design. The load is actually taken on this leg, not on that. Not on that. That's not a structural. That is the structural member. So the weight is transferred from that down to that. So, but yeah, that's one thing I would do differently if you're going to do it. Go ahead and take the time, go ahead and spend the money, and get some countersinking bits. You can pre-drill them as well. I mean, that's fine. Same difference. The countersinking, it just makes it so it's a little bit more flush. As you can see, some of them do stick out just a tad. I've never had a problem with them, but the pre-drill with the countersink I think is the best way to go. And you can get these at one of the box stores for a set of these, I think, for $7, and they're really nice to have, and they are adjustable, so you can actually set the depth. So, all right, be well. Well, YouTube. Oh, hey, we're tearing it up. Come on now. Piece fell. My C-clamp fell. I hope I didn't break it. Oh, well, let's finish this shot. There's not much you can do. The damage is already done. Milk is already spilt and everything. So, yeah, that was weird. C-clamp finally gave way. I kind of put it in a precarious place. Apparently, it wants to go on its new bench. Actually, that's what one of these benches is for and stuff. So, I'd just like to say, hey, thanks for joining me today on your Sunday, or whenever you watch this. It's Sunday for me. And everything. It is, you can't tell, but out there in Florida, it is hot. Oh my gosh. And I don't have the air on in here in the space because I have the doors open, because I have my chop saw, my tools open there, and people driving by, you know, want to make sure that they don't grow legs, you know, walk away. So so I have that, but boy, it is warm in here today. I think I will be in the pool when I get home this afternoon. Don't worry about that. There's no video for that. There's no how to do that. So I just want to say thanks for joining me once again. We got our EAA benches built. I did build the first set. I didn't really show you guys how to build the second set. They're really easy. It's not rocket science. It really is. It's not like you're building an airplane. These benches are the easiest thing to build. They really, really are. And even if you're building an airplane or not, they're great benches to have if you have a home shop or whatever. So yeah, I highly recommend. I love them. They're the perfect height to work on. I'm 6'5", and standing on them, they're great. And also sitting by them in my little mech chair here, they're just the perfect height. And I'll tell you, I've purchased a lot of benches. Nothing wrong with this bench. I've had this one for about 10 years now. Metal bench, but I will tell you, these EAA benches, make this one. This is my junk bench. This is where I look what's on it. It's just all garbage. I don't use it. It's not a workbench. It's not really at the right height. You have to have those types of stools to work on it. And I don't like sitting on those stools. I feel like I'm going to fall over all the time. Maybe it was from my college days. I don't know. But I'll tell you, I don't like it. So I just throw my crap on there. These EAA benches, though, these things are awesome. I can't tell you how much, how valuable they are for the shop. So valuable, I built 2 more. So with that, I just want to once again say thank you for joining me today. Take care. We're going to get back at the rudder sitting over here, ready to be deburred and primed, and then we'll do that next week. I was waiting to get these benches done because now that I have the other shop, I'm going to take those secondary operations and move them over, like painting and stuff, into that shop, into that space, and you know, just keep that space set up. That way I'm not having to constantly pick up tools, move tools around, and adjust what I'm doing and stuff. So so that's actually, I'm going to set that up as my painting area. So all right, well, that's it. I can talk for days. I really can, but I know you probably want to get back to your life. So I appreciate you spending your time with me. And like always, make sure you hit that like button, that notification. You know, make sure you subscribe. That helps me out tremendously. Not trying to monetize or anything like that. I just, it just helps me secure the N622RV for YouTube. So that's about it. Be well, be safe. God bless you. And we'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, God willing.